Hey guys, we got a trailer here for Legend of Tomorrow, I guess for the second half of the season. So let's jump into it and see what we have to see here.
When the world needs heroes, they answer the call.
And cut!
We should have done the crossover.
Yeah. People need franchise superheroes to feel safe.
Who needs the Trinity anyway? The legends are super enough.
I'm Steel, you're the Atom. There is nothing we cannot handle.
Rally the troops, we are going to Mexico.
Let's prepare ourselves to wrestle!
This isn't playtime, you twits. Neron is using fear to open up the gates of hell.
Great, we're toast.
Prepare for the worst, Sarah Lance. Down here, they twist a man's soul until he's no longer human.
Attention. The store will be closing in 5 minutes.
This is insane.
You bet your ass it is.
My friends and I here are time travelers. We've kidnapped Nixon and we're headed to Disney World.
I am the captain of an RV and it is all your fault!
This has been one disaster after another, and I really think that this time we are totally screwed.
Haven't we been tortured enough?
Wait a sec, is this a Bollywood musical number?
They said this was a superhero show!
All right, then. Let's raise some hell.
In 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
The fight is on!
Everyone remain calm!
Now this is what I call a bloody good show.
There you go. So, wow. That just looks kind of silly and stuff, and that's just I love about the Legends is it's just kind of silly and stuff, and sometimes it does go a little bit too silly, and seeing them in the Supergirl and Arrow and Flash costume is kind of like, okay, was that done just for the trailer type thing? I mean, obviously I don't see the show doing things just for the trailer like that, so it's probably some key moment or something like that, but I think it's going to be interesting to see as to where things kind of go with this, them trying to do different things to kind of revitalize the show, because I know this show is definitely one of the lowest ratings in the show, and even though the critics still kind of like the show, and I think it's kind of an interesting show. I kind of like this, and I'm excited to see as to where things go with this. This trailer didn't really tease us enough. It just shows us a bunch of flashy lights and doesn't really tease us enough of story, because it looks like they're trying to give people to click on this video by having them, straight away in the Supergirl costume and Arrow costume and stuff, but yet it doesn't have any, there's just kind of, it's just kind of a mishposh of here's what's to come, and I think that's just kind of, it just should have showed a little bit more of here's what this next season's going to be about, which is, this just looks like, they took the rest of the season, put it in a blender, and poured and sprinkled out a little bit, and there you go. You have a little sample, which is kind of like, you're not enough to really get a feel of what's to come for this show. But at the same time, who the people who are going to watch this trailer are most likely the ones who are going to pick up and continue on this show. So it's really not really going to bring in new people. It's not like the Comic-Con trailer or anything like that. It's just a trailer that popped online type thing at this point, just because it's about to come back in a week. So I think it's going to be interesting to see as to where things go with this. It seems kind of interesting. I'm really excited to see where this show continues to go on after next season with the Infinite Crisis and all that stuff, or Crisis on Infinite Earth and stuff. That's going to be cool to see as to where things go, and how things are going to go with the future of this, with Arrow ending and stuff. That's going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go. And I love to see actually Katie Lotz go over to Arrow for the last season. For the last 10 episodes of Arrow, I'd love to see Katie Lotz and Brandon Routh, those two, join back over, because they first appeared and they originated on Arrow, and I'd love to see them finish that show on Arrow and then come back for their show here. So I think that could be really interesting there, and maybe they bring someone else with them to join the the team become a legend. I think it'd be quite interesting to see that. Maybe future version of Roy Harper could come over, since they're playing with future a little bit in there. Future version of William, Black Star Connor Hawk could join this show. I think there's all kinds of different possibilities there. That could be really interesting to see one of them join there. I mean, they'd go over to, because Sarah and Ray would probably go over to 2019 time, yet they'd have to go and then on this show go over and find and pick up Connor Rock or something and have him become part of the team or something like that. Could be interesting. Or even just seeing Felicity becoming part of this team, I think it could be really interesting. Or even Diggle, and then they'll probably be bouncing through all the different shows, or having one of the Arrow cast members becoming full-time legend. It could be really interesting too. And having Katie Lotz and Brian Roth going over to Arrow for the last season could help bring one of those characters over. I think that could be quite interesting, and that's really what I'd like to see. Just see all that there. So I definitely can't wait to see as to where things go with this, to see as to where things kind of continue on and how things kind of get affected and where things go. Some of the things look kind of interesting. I just hope that the Supergirl thing and the Arrow thing are actually an interesting part within the show, not just let's just throw them in this costume so we can put it in the trailer type thing. So hopefully it's a good scene, not just kind of a silly scene is where the way it looks in this trailer. So let me know what you think, guys, about this in the comments below. What you think about the trailer? Are you excited for this? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.